Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, Chapter 22 is officially out. Going in to read the chapter without full spoilers is always fun. Without any further delay, let's jump right into the chapter review. Boruto is on the cover page with different colors. His jacket is red instead of pink, and his shirt is blue instead of white. And one more necklace is added, which seems to be made after Minato's shuriken. The title of the chapter is Jura, which is very fitting as the chapter focused on Boruto and Jura. The chapter starts with Ryu's thorn bulb floating in the air. Mitsuki and Araya are holding unconscious Sarada and Yodo. Mitsuki was about to finish the remaining claw grimes that Ryu summoned, but suddenly Jura appears out of a claw mark on one of the claw grimes, very similar to how Code appeared in Konoha. Everyone understands who he is thanks to the intel Boruto provided. Jura looks at Sarada. Maybe he wanted to talk with her as well. What do you think? Comment below. Coming back, he immediately flies into the air, ignoring Ryu's thorn bulb. He is looking at Boruto. As we have seen in previous chapters, he has enhanced eyesight. Boruto is standing over pieces of the Matsuri's body. Konohamaru is shocked by Boruto's speed and powers, but Boruto clears up that he could one-shot Matsuri because she was already very injured. Her whole lower body was missing. It was like Ikemoto-sensei telling us readers what was going on. Matsuri's thorn bulb starts forming. On the next page, suddenly a hole appears on the ground. Boruto immediately understands it's Jura's Biju bomb sniper shot. Jura says it missed a pity, and starts flying towards Boruto. Mitsuki is trying to figure out why Jura went to Konohamaru. Konohamaru has the thorn bulb and asks Boruto if it will restore Moegi. But Boruto is preparing the battlefield by throwing his chakra-marked shurikens all around him. Konohamaru is waiting for his response. Bro, he needs to read the room. Boruto asks him to get out of here and regroup with others where they first met, and wait there for further instructions. But Konohamaru has questions. Boruto screams at him, "You heard me move." But Jura is closing in on them. Konohamaru also notices him. Jura starts preparing the Biju bomb. Boruto grabs Konohamaru and flies up in the air. Jura shoots the Biju bomb, and Boruto manages to escape it. He throws Konohamaru in the opposite direction of the explosion and Jura. Konohamaru finally trusts Boruto and starts running towards Sarada and others with Matsuri's thorn bulb. Jura lets him go. Boruto appears behind Jura and attacks with a normal Rasengan which pushes Jura forward, but it does not do any damage. He simply turned around and attacked with his own Biju bomb. Boruto again teleports using the shurikens he threw earlier, once again behind him, and attacks using his sword, but Jura blocks it with his middle finger. Jokes aside, both of his middle fingers have the claw marks, so these are special middle fingers. Coming back, Jura is enjoying fighting Boruto, which means he is not serious yet. On the next page, Ida is watching the fight and informing Koji what's happening. She thinks that Boruto is holding his own, but Koji replies that with the current sequence of events, he cannot win. Ida replies that then he needs to teleport away. Then Koji explains how Boruto's flying Raijin works, which might be a bad decision by him, because Ida can go back to Kawaki's side anytime. Coming back, Koji also explains the stakes of this decision Boruto made. Basically, Boruto cannot teleport until everyone is safe, so he has to continue fighting. Once others are safe, he can create an opening so that he can perform long-distance teleportation, which takes more time. And as per Koji, Boruto is done for. We move back to the fight. Boruto is looking at Jura. Jura says he is here to kill Boruto because of his knowledge about them Shinjus, and he asks who is helping him, but Boruto doesn't reply. He is making his next strategy. He concludes that Uzuhiko is the only option. On the next page, out of curiosity, Jura asks Boruto his thoughts on love, and Jura's current opinion is that it is a fatal weakness and human flaw, a side effect of being highly intelligent. So he is open to changing his opinion. Jura continues because of love for his friends. Boruto came here to the place of his death, and surrounds Boruto with wood style. Boruto flies to avoid it, but another trunk comes from behind. Boruto cuts it down. Jura continues attacking, due to which Boruto is unable to plant his foot on the ground to use the Rasengan Uzuhiko. Boruto was about to do something, but he gets hit by wood style, which makes him drop his sword. Jura traps Ho, and he starts bleeding. Jura casually walks towards Sasuke's sword. Boruto says, "That's a precious object I borrowed from my master. If you do anything to it, you'll face a fate worse than death." Jura picks up the sword and says, "Yet again, you'll suffer thanks to love." And he makes a proposal. If Boruto tells about his accomplice, He will not do anything to the sword, but he will finish Boruto no matter what. Boruto replies, "You might be right about love being a flaw and weakness of us humans, but, and this is my opinion," and frees himself from the wood style. Continues talking, "That's precisely why you will never be more than just the trees," and teleports behind Jura, then hits him with the Rasengan Uzuhiko, which sends Jura flying. This panel is funny. Jura's face is covered with his clothes made of claw marks. All this time, while stuck in wood style, Boruto was gathering all required forces to use the Rasengan Uzuhiko. Coming back, Jura gets his footing, and Boruto picks up the sword. Jura is feeling the same rotational effect as Code felt. So it's a basic version of Uzuhiko because he didn't get enough time to charge it. Boruto was about to relax, but Jura can somehow understand this power, and he exerts the energy of the Rasengan Uzuhiko. Jura stands up and says it seems to follow the same principle as my Biju bomb. Hence, I was able to nullify it. Which is true, Minato got the idea of the Rasengan after watching the Biju, or Tailed Beast bomb. Boruto thinks, damn it, Uzuhiko doesn't work on him, and the chapter ends. This was another banger chapter. I am glad the chapter started with Jura joining the battlefield, and the fight did not end with the chapter. We will continue the action in the next chapter as well. The focus on Boruto and Jura's thinking and ideology was very interesting, as was the usage of other characters to set up the stakes of the battle. It was perfect. Anyways, comment below with your thoughts on the chapter. Meanwhile, watch my previous videos, and we will meet in the next one.